thrilled with that effort?
Yeah, of course. I thought we really turned up the heat in the second half, that third quarter in particular. Asked our players to own the ball a little bit more in the contest in particular, and the pressure we put on them inside our front half just created a lot of opportunities. So, yeah, I'm really proud of the group.
To have your captain who's had issues with goal kicking, kick the winning goal, want the ball in his hands in a clearance situation and just do what he has to do to win you the game, how important is that for him with the goals and for you as a team?
I'm not sure. Time will tell. But one thing I know is he always stands up for us in big moments. He always wants the ball in his hands, and he always does the right thing when the game's on the line. So it doesn't surprise me that he wanted it in his hands and was in the right spot. I thought he was enormous. He's been a really good player this year. I just think the goal kicking thing has blurred his output, and I think that's unfair because his output around the ground, his output inside 50 to be able to get those shots on goal has been first class. So tonight was no exception.
13 clearances, it's a massive effort in those conditions where the clearance is going to be important.
Yep. I thought he was an important cog in our midfield that got on top, especially in that third quarter, and gave our forwards a really good look. It gave us field position, and it got us back into the game, and then put us in a really good position at three-quarter time. And then, they challenged us in the last quarter, and I was really proud of the group to hit the front and then finish the game off.
How good was it to see Josh Tracy back himself in a big moment after what had been a tough night up until that point?
Tough night, but having said that, he would have got a lot of confidence out of some really important contests that he gave us. Had to go back with the flight of the ball a couple of times and half contests, which gave our smalls a chance. And he missed one in the first quarter, which would have been a good one to get his game off, his night off and going. And it was a great kick in the last quarter, and he's a great kick of the footy. So it didn't surprise me that it went through. But he really stood up in that moment.
The battle between Franklin and Logue, I know a lot of fans just loved watching it. What was it like as you as a coach to see that unfold, and Franklin with 6 goals?
I loved parts of it. I loved the parts where Griff got him. Griff I think he had 11 possession gains, 13 possession gains, and he's playing on one of the best forwards of the generation. So I thought early on he gave him a little bit too much space to hit up on him, and he was just relied on his speed to close down those marks, which I think he adjusted to, and then he lost some critical contests, especially in that last quarter where Buddy made him pay. So it was a great tussle. We were thinking about changing the matchup, but for Griff's development, it was great for him to play on him, and I thought he's winning enough big moments himself. So it was a great matchup, and a key part of the game.
How about Rory Lobb? There's a lot of individuals tonight, but he seemed to stand up for you at some pretty critical moments.
Yep, he was outstanding. I think he's been in reasonable form without getting the reward in terms of marks inside 50 and goals. I thought he had some really good moments last week. I think his training standards have been first class. He's been imposing himself on the contest and all that sort of stuff at training, and it's great for him to impose himself on a game tonight. I thought his contest work was great. When he didn't mark him, the ball came to predictable areas, and allowed our smalls to get to work, and that's something we pushed with him and Tabs during the week.
What did you change, I guess, broadly with your forward line? You've already mentioned the pressure that the smalls were putting on. It seemed like quite a lot of your forward line changed a bit tonight.
I just felt we tried to play maybe our tools a little bit skinnier to give us the contest short and the contest long, and try and set up our forwards a little bit more to get in and crumb. I just showed them a clip at half time where we're a little bit second guessing ourselves with our pressure, and trust that everyone behind you is going to do their work to cover the exits and get to work. I think we had 12 tackles inside 50 in that second half, and it just brought a bit of perceived pressure to Sydney as well by the end of the game, and set up our win, I thought.
And Michael Walters moving into the midfield for longer periods, how did you view his game?
I thought he was outstanding. I thought he used the ball really well, but I thought it was set up off the back of his contest work. just had some really pivotal contests where he just had to go and win the ball and then look after the footy. And I think it feels like a fair few of those times when he was under massive pressure and took those balls, he got us a stoppage when it could have possibly gone to them and lost field position. So I thought he was massive, and I think to be honest, he's been building for a game like that for a while.
There's been a few interpretations of what after he kicked the goal, he went like this and then that, and there's been multiple people what he meant. Do you have any idea?
No, I don't. No, got no idea.
Controlled that third term pretty well. When you left the box at 3/4, did you feel you got the reward for how much did the chair goal just before the bell make it?
Yeah.
Just tip you over the line
Probably,
to get the reward?
I probably felt in the box that we needed one more, and then the Chera goal gave us that. And then Buddy missing that long shot just before 3/4 time, I think, helped. And it's been a bit of an issue the last couple of weeks of getting bang for buck. I think we had, what did we have, 20 inside 50s in that quarter. Yeah, so we'll keep working on that. I think there was some snaps and just some gilt edge opportunities we can make more of, so we'll keep working on that. I thought we kicked the ones we had to, though, this week. And in the end it was enough.
And Taverner injury-wise?
It looks like he's given that ankle a bit of a tweak. He clearly came back on and wasn't able to see out the game, so that's always some concern. But we'll just get him scanned and see how it pulls up.
Okay. And Alex Pearce, what can you tell us on that front?
My understanding is that he just got a little bit sore in his ankle. In the ankle, he's injured, and once he got sore, it was just take no risks with him. And if that costs him an extra week or two, so be it. We just want to make sure we're really slow with his build and get him cherry right.